Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since my last video, but I'm back very shortly. I just wanted to pop in and do a quick little overview of my planning system for 2025 and how it's been going. I'm getting ready for 2026 and scoping out new planners for that. And it's got me thinking about my planning system this year and how it's been going, of course, because you want to evaluate that before you make decisions for the new year, right? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to try to make this quick because my son is sleeping and I don't know how long that's going to last. So yeah, so diving right in, I have mostly been in this Y style planner. It is I'm not sure what the title is, the family planner, I think it is. It's got a dual calendar view and a week on one page, so it's very compact, very light. I've really been enjoying this. I've hardly been tempted to do something else besides this. I'm not really trying to planner hop. I think right after the baby was born, I was trying to use a bullet journal instead because it felt maybe a little bit more manageable at times. And that's what I did when my daughter was born, like a few years ago. I used a bullet journal during that time, and it was a lot more I don't know, it just felt simpler to me. So I attempted that, but I didn't stick with it, and I went straight back to this planner. So this has been my main planner. It is definitely not aesthetic. I did attempt to decorate a little bit in the beginning of the year. I even filmed a plan with me for February. I posted one for January. I did January, and then I filmed February but didn't post it. And I'm not sure, did I film March? Because I did decorate it really cute, but maybe I didn't film it. And this is the only things, sorry, I cannot speak right now. These are the only months that I decorated in this planner. After that, it's been strictly ballpoint pen, and it's working for me. I was worried that giving up all the markers and the highlighters, the color coding, would make it hard for me to use this planner, but it's actually been not a problem at all. So I learned something there. I really don't need all the fancy stuff to make a planner work for me. So that's been really nice. I thought about repurchasing this for next year, but I don't know. I feel like I got what I needed out of this planner during this period of my life. I really needed something where I could just write down tasks, and that's been great. I needed this dual view calendar, so you get the box calendar and then the list view with the 4-column categories. That's been really useful also. And just the size, the portability, it's all been really great. There are things about this planner that peeve me, and I might make another video going more in depth, fully reviewing my experience in this planner at the end of the year once I'm all done using it. So yeah, there are some things that bother me that maybe kind of influence my feelings or my decision to not get this planner again for next year. And there's also so many other planners out there that I want to try out. So I didn't want to feel limited by saying, oh, this really worked for me, I have to get it again. Who knows? Maybe I'll try a different planner next year and realize, no, I got to go back to this thing. This thing was what worked. But I just felt like I don't want to be boxed into this. There's so many other wonderful planners out there. I want to give those a try too. And time is finite, I'm not going to live forever. So I want to dive into the other planners. Maybe not the wisest decision, but that's how I'm feeling right now. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It also really inspired me. I liked so many things about this planner. So many parts of it were thoughtfully designed. and it made me want to make my own planner. So I actually like dove into a planner design on Canva. I was really inspired by this, but I tweaked it a lot so that it was even more functional in my opinion, and more like my aesthetic, more like what I would envision for like a perfect planner, but definitely based on this. I will say, but without getting too in detail here, one thing that I don't like is that there is not a monthly planning page. Like, that sounds dumb because look, there's 2 calendars. But what I mean is, I really like to have a page where it's just like writing out my goals, brain dumping a to-do list and a shopping list, and also what books I want to read and what movies I want to watch. I want to have a page that's blank with each month at the beginning of the month to get all of those ideas out and then input stuff into a calendar, if that makes sense. So that was one thing that I felt was really lacking in this planner. But other than that, yeah, I've enjoyed this, and I'm definitely going to stick with this throughout the end of the year. This goes until March of 2026. I actually reused March as my December of 2024 because the dates lined up, and I really wanted to get in here and practice using it before committing to like a way of using it for the new year. So I can't use it through March, but I could use it up to February if for some reason I'm struggling with my other planners. I do have space in here to keep going for 2 more months in the new year. So that's really good. I highly recommend this planner. Highly recommend it. Next, I have my memory keeping journal. I mean, this is technically a planner. It has a very specific purpose. This is another planner that I made a video about, going in depth, talking about all the features, the functions, and the specs and whatnot. So I'm not going to go into that now, but I was intending this to be a monthly memory keeping journal. Here's an example. This is December of 2024. I was supposed to write a memory every day. And then on the next page is a monthly overview. So that's all the planning pages in here, is the monthly calendar and then an overview page. So there's no weeks in here, but that's what I wanted. I wanted the memory keeping to be very concise and simple and easy to manage, which it should be, right? It should be. But wait till you see my months. Like, I thought it would be so chill. I'm going to write down a memory, write down some other memories, maybe paste in some pictures, track the movies that I watched, do a little TBR here, and keep it pushing. But no. January, I tried my best. February, not going so well. March, almost nothing, which is so sad because I had a baby. So like, this should be full of memories, but I didn't write down anything down. And then also with the overview pages, I also left a lot of it blank. So I spent a lot of time decorating this because I wanted it to be so easy to use. I didn't want to have to be in here fussing with stickers every month. Like, I can't, like be breastfeeding and like stickering at the same time. That was just not going to be my life. So I stickered everything in advance. It turned out really cute, but I just haven't been utilizing it, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I feel some resistance about sitting down and trying to fit one memory into the box. Like, what's the one thing I'm going to write? I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but this didn't work for me as well as I was hoping. I thought I had a great idea, but it didn't really work out. Maybe it's just a lack of time and energy and like a lack of desk space. I don't really have a desk to sit down at either right now. Maybe that was the roadblock here. I'm going to have to really think about this before I choose a memory keeping diary or journal, notebook, whatever, for next year. Yeah, because this didn't work so well. But what I do like is my reading journal that I did in the back. This is another thing I have a video on, so you can check that out. This is not something that I'm in every day or even every week, but I just come back to it when I have some spare time and kind of catch up filling things in. I track my reading on an app on my phone, so that's been really helpful. It's helping me actually get more reading done, knowing that I just track everything digitally and not worrying about, oh, but I didn't write it down in my reading journal. It's okay because it's already recorded and I can just refer to the app and fill this in. And I do come back and fill it in. So I like that at the end of the year, I will have some physical reading journal to look back on. But yeah, it's not something I touch all the time. Yeah, if you want to see all these spreads, you can check out that video. I talked about them all in depth and explained how this works and all that. So be sure to check that out. I am really proud of how this reading journal turned out. Just a little disappointed that the front half of this notebook didn't turn out how I hoped. Besides those two main planner journals that I have, I also have a self-care journal that I got for postpartum. I didn't really use this at the time, but I am going back through it now and I want to try and finish this up by the end of the year. So it's not really a planner, but more of a journal. This is something that I bought on a whim. It's a planner and I just was, enticed by the cuteness. It's a square. It's got, the monthly calendars. It goes also month, week, month, week. That's something that's really important to me. I need planners to go month, week, month, week. So it is that. It had, let me go back to the beginning. It had a goal planner here, a monthly tracker, an annual tracker. Sorry, I'm getting frazzled. Then you get your month, your 8-box weekly, little habit tracker, and at the end of the month, there's a little wrap up here. You rate your month, you write down your memories, and I thought, this is so cute. It's adorable. I don't like that there's no lines. That's a little hard for me because I'm not a really straight writer. And also I bought this totally without any plan or intention for it. So that's why it didn't get used hardly at all. And I'm not sure if I want to try and save this, like make it work for 2026 by redating, because it's kind of a daunting task. But since I only use the December of 2024, that means the rest of the calendar year is totally untouched, and I could, in theory, reuse it. So I don't know about this one, but yeah, very, very cute. I have another guided journal here. I thought that this was going to be the year where I achieved my goals, but I was sorely mistaken. This was the year where I just focus on my kids and try to survive. And next year, hopefully, will be the year to achieve my goals. So this one, I think I did some of the very beginning, like prep pages. I didn't even get into the weekly journals, just the beginning prep. And I didn't even finish that. So this is definitely something that I can reuse in the new year. And then this is something that I used once in a while whenever I was feeling really overwhelmed. Mostly like right before the baby was going to come. Because I was a mad woman trying to get everything ready and just really stressed. And I had a million things on my mind and a million things to buy to prepare. So I really felt like I needed this. I think I got this off of Amazon. It's just one of those like tearaway pads. And it's really helpful to visualize your hours throughout the day and set some priorities and just brain dump stuff down here. So this is something, obviously it's undated, so I can use this anytime that I feel the urge, the need, and this is just a great tool to have. So yeah, that's been my year in journals and planners. Let me know how your year has been going down below. Like I might have mentioned already, I am hoping to get back on to this channel with more content about planners. I am getting my lineup ready for 2026. I want to do a full flip through of this one once the year's all done, and maybe also just talk about some other planner products and stationery products that I like or want to share with you guys. So hopefully you'll see me in another video soon. I also, this might be crazy, but I do have like old Plan With Me's filmed but not edited or uploaded. Let me know if that's something that you might want to see. Or I might just do it anyways just to put something up on my channel. So yeah. Alright, I think I better stop it right here because my son is probably going to wake up any second and my daughter is going to come home from daycare any second. So that's that. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.